All right, you guys, welcome back to our next one. This is going to be part one of our Expert project. Okay, and the whole reason we're calling it the Expert project is because it's sheer length, size, the fact that we have a turn in it. We're going to have a bar top up here. It's about a little over 12 feet long. It's going to connect to a side piece. Go back over here where Tom's at. Then we have a secondary top underneath here. So this is kind of the front, okay? This is what the homeowners did. We love it. Absolutely love it. That's why a lot of our colors went with this scheme here. So this is going to be the front, what we see. We're going to be tying a floor to that later, some trim work up underneath. But right now, we've got a little over 12 feet and a little over 5 feet there to the corner with an additional underneath top. So the back wall, we got some work to do on the front side. We've already taken that down. We're getting ready to grab this guy, get him off, get back down here to the framework. There's some things here that we need to address. Just in some areas here, we're going to fine tune it some. Right here where these meet. Okay, this one's a little bit higher than this one. And you can see from underneath, it's just from using the nails. This one here is backed up. We're not sure how long it's been here and put together. We got electric that's coming through here at a later date, running through all this for underneath. So this is going to be a cool one. This one's going to be a nice one here. Several stages, prep work, just all kinds of stuff getting ready to go into this one right here. So let's get started. We're going to show you, we're going to go ahead and get all this cleaned off. We're going to get this framework back right to what we need, and then we're going to move forward with our substrate as far as the base and stuff that we're going to be going on here with, and we're going to talk to you about it. Okay, so me and Tom have gotten into this now, and you know, we just want to make y'all aware that we're going to backslide here just a little bit. We noticed a lot of things here trying to, you know, sometimes, especially in remodeling, you know, we're always faced with the unknown, and there's nothing that would have drawn your eye to this on the front side that we would have felt like, you know, this all needs to come down and we need to start over. Once we started taking everything apart to get to the framework, the lower section here that was put in, you know, it just was not supported like it didn't feel as strong as what we really needed it. We've got another issue right here. There's a break in this large span, and look. So, believe it or not, we have tried every which way to actually entertain this and not take it apart, not start over. But there's too many variables here that just, you know, aren't supported as well as we need them. So, look, let me give you another example. Check this out. So, now, that's not, you know, it's not horrible. We could probably try and work with it. But that's where we started. We started working with the levelness up here. And by the time we would go to fix this, by the time we would make the break here stronger, you know, we're going to run this concurrent all the way. There won't be a break in it. We're going to 2x6 this front and this turn. In dealing with this sidewall over here, we're actually going to 2x4 the sidewall because we have a specific amount of space from here to here, because this guy right here is going to be going into play here later. It's going to have a sink back here. So if we 2x6 this section over here, it's actually going to bring us out too far where we're too close over here to what I just showed you. So we're going to have something a little different right here. We're going to be able to take one of his little mini fridges and mount this guy right up here at the start, and we're just going to run the top to this. Now, in switching all this out and taking all this away, this here, let me just tell you, is no big deal. These were all brad nailed in. The barrels here are actually full. This was kind of built, you know, around it. So when I undress this, I'll see how it was done, and we'll make sure to put it back on the next one correctly. But moving forward, we're actually going to make this guy grow out here. Okay, and the only thing really hanging in the air here is this pole that we're going to be dressing up later. We're going to be turning that into a column. We're going to tile that column, make it look pretty, so we can actually come out here almost 2 feet. There is plenty of room for 2 people to sit here, 2 down here on this end, 2 over there on that other side. Any of the chairs, anything like that in the way, just keep in mind later, these items sitting here right now that are, you know, part of the basement area, people will be able to clearly walk right around there to get to any one of those 2 seats or here. So we're not asking people to scoot out of the way right here up near what's going to be a column. So I just wanted to show you on the front end. We're going to get all this out. I'm going to undress all these right here, going all the way around, put those to the side. We'll put them back on the new display. We're going to build this back like we want it, because this is going to be a gorgeous top, and we do not want all this hard work poured into 2 different custom pieces here up top and a lower additional piece. We don't want to put in all this work and years down the road, not even that long, things just don't start working out. I mean, that's a lot of shaking going on right there. So every time we were going to try to figure out how to save this and trying to make this better, then we would get into something that we couldn't do down here. The blocking needed to make this back strong is interfering with the blocking that is actually going to be the lower level. So we just thought this is the best way to take care of it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right. The homeowner agreed to get the necessary material needed to rebuild this, and we're going to rebuild it for them. So all in all, it's a win for everybody. And we want these tops, you know, pristine, on something pristine that we don't have to worry years down the road. So stay tuned. We're going to get all this tore out and start building her back. All right, you guys, so this is the aftermath. We've got it all, you know, tore out. We got a pile of all the whiskey barrel slats right over here, so we'll clean those later. And, you know, we'll kind of redecorate the front there and put it all back. We set the barrels there to the side, so it's pretty simple putting it back on. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. But I want to point out to you real quick, before we took the floor plates out, you know, it makes really good sense to take a marker and actually trace out what was there, because remember, our design is going to be a little bit different. Same concept here, same layout, but now that we're going to, now that we have more space, it just, since we had to tear all this out anyway, it makes sense prior to putting the bar, you know, back here, the one with the sink in it, this being X amount deep anyway, we wanted to open up and maximize the space a little bit, so as people are entering back here, they're not having to turn sideways just to get in from where this ends and where this sink area over here is going to be. So we're going to make it more spacious. None of this stuff will be here later, and this just gives you a great way to build off of. This was all really straight. We're just going to extend out some now, and this gives us guidelines to go off of. So tune in for the next one. This is part 1, and we're going to go ahead and build this back, and then we're going to get into the tops, the resin, and all that stuff you all tune in for. So until the next one, we'll see you back real soon.